Now, in my speaking platform, I talk a lot about taking drastic steps, right? And so I would demonstrate it here. I guess I'll try because I have a small space, but sometimes we have to take drastic steps in our business, in our personal life, in our financial world in order to make a difference. And implementing strategies to help you build relationships might be drastic, a little uncomfortable for you. And so, but the key thing to building and keeping business is to build relationships. So what do we do? How do we keep people engaged with us and keep them from being distracted by all the other noise? And so to do that, we can use email marketing to stay in front of our customers. Now, why email? Well, the first reason is because almost everybody has an email account. Do you have an email? Raise your hand if you have email. Absolutely, everybody has email. In fact, this statistic says 94% of internet users between the ages of 18 and 64 send or read email. I almost want to say 100%. I don't know anybody who doesn't send or read email if they're on the computer. It says an even higher number of users age 65 or older do the same. Do you believe that? 65 years old? Keith is shaking his head no. So the truth is, this age group has a little more time than the rest of us who are out in the world trying to make a living. And so therefore, that's an interesting statistic. And then 61% of us are using networking, social networking, and 147 million people across the country use email almost every day. So let me ask you a question. How many of you have email on your smartphone or your tablet? Show of hands. Absolutely. How many of you check that email no less than every time you stop at a traffic light? Yep. Stop it now. But the truth is, if we're doing that, so are our customers.
At a workshop with Toni Harris today, the workshop was very informative. Toni is an excellent, informative speaker. I would love to listen to her at any time, any place, and I would definitely use her to promote my business.
Direct mail. How much is it to send out a letter? Anybody know? 46 cents, 45 cents, whatever. It's ridiculous. So if I want to send out, 500 pieces of direct mail, I've got to come off of at least $300 off the top. That's not counting the having the flyer laid out, having the graphic artist to put it together. It's not counting having it printed in color, because we can't send nothing in black and white anymore. Everything has to be full color. You're talking about $1,000 just to mail out 500 pieces. Very expensive, and we know the return rate on direct mail is low. So for email marketing, the response is about 20 times as much as email. So you get, through email, you get about 20 times more response than you would if it was direct mail. So now, to get email open, there are two key elements. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is most important when it comes to opening an email? The from line and the subject line. What motivates you to open the email the most?
Subject.
The subject. Okay, what about you, Keith? The from. So the answer is 60% of consumers say the from line most often determines whether they open it or not. So Keith is actually right, with subject being very close second. But most of my audiences say it's the subject. And for me, it's the subject. Why? Because I don't always remember the people I meet. I don't always remember the from name. But if you give me a catchy subject, I will remember that.
Finishing up here with a Public Speakers Association meeting. Toni Harris was our speaker today, talking to us about constant contact and email marketing, how important it is to be capturing the emails of all your prospects. She showed us ways to do that. She helped us see the value of that in our business. If we're not using it, believe me, we're leaving money on the table.
Now, one of the most valuable things about using a Email service provider is the tracking and the reporting. When I send out an email, I can tell if you opened it, the time of day you opened it, what you clicked on when you were in there, if you forwarded it, if you shared it on social media. Our system handles bounces. You can delete them all in one fell swoop. You can go in and check each one. You can email people individually and see what's going on. It shows me who clicked, that people click spam. It shows me who opted out, who opened the emails, the date and time they opened them, what did they click when they were in there, and did they forward the email. It's amazing the stats you can get from email service provider. If I send you a Yahoo email, I don't know anything, right? And that doesn't help me as a speaker or business owner to be able to grow my business. I need to know who's engaging with me.
If you have an opportunity to meet with her or talk with her about that, you absolutely should. As a public speaker, she did a fantabulous job. She was just explicitly clear, expressed herself very, very well, presented herself, her product, her business, and how it can help us, and how she can help us as an individual, as a speaker, how we can help ourselves in the future down the road. If you have an opportunity to connect with her, all I can say is do it. Just do it. It's that simple.
This is Toni Harris, the Turnaround Queen, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Thank you.